on, guys? I'm here to review Freddy vs. Jason 2003, the crossover movie between Friday the 13th franchise and A Nightmare on Elm Street. And check out my Bride of Chucky shirt. So the plot for this movie, Jason and Freddy Krueger are in hell, and Freddy Krueger is coming up a plan to get out of hell so that way he can do his usual shit, killing Elm Street children in their dreams. But he uses Jason, and he makes Jason leave hell, and so that way Jason can go to Elm Street and kill the Elm Street children, so that way they can cause fear, and it's that same fear that can bring Freddy back with his powers, because fear can make Freddy Krueger unstoppable. Of course, as Jason's killing all these kids and Elm Street children, of course Freddy Krueger gets a little, I wouldn't say jealous, but he's like, alright Jason, you're killing enough, go back to hell, I don't need you anymore. Basically, like, Freddy Krueger was using him, but now that he can't make Jason stop killing, he has to battle him out too.
Welcome to my nightmare.
So that's the plot in a nutshell. Freddy uses Jason to spread fear on his Elm Street children, and when Jason's not stopping the murders, Freddy has to stop or put down Jason like a dog, pretty much. And that's when they have a battle.
We're not safe awake or asleep.
So what did I think about this movie? This movie is actually not bad. If you think about it, it's not a bad movie. Of course, everybody's been waiting for this movie for like 10 years since Jason Goes to Hell. Jason Goes to Hell came out in '93. And 10 years later, 2003, they finally made this movie. So everyone like was just hyped up to see this thing like to launch. And of course, when it did, everybody loved the movie. Well, not everybody. You had some hardcore fans that still thinks this movie is pretty disappointing, but overall, it's still entertaining. Personally, like, I'm a hardcore fan myself. They didn't use Kane Hodder as Jason. Kane Hodder played Jason in the last 4 movies. And I don't know why, like, the director who made this film is Ronnie Yu, and he also directed Bride of Chucky, which is funny. He directed that film, and he directed this film. He claimed that the studio, New Line Cinema, didn't want Kane Hodder as Jason, but there's many interviews and documentaries saying that it was actually Ronnie Yu's decision for not using Kane Hodder as Jason. But of course, Robert Englund as Freddy Krueger is fucking badass as always. Freddy's just Freddy. Funny and scary at the same time. Main characters are just the characters in the movie are just one-dimensional. They're kind of forgettable. The dialogue, the acting's kind of it's pretty terrible. Other than the characters, which they really focus on most of the time, when the fight scenes do come to surface, and when they do focus on Jason, and when they do focus on Freddy, that's pretty much the best part about this movie, is the whole Freddy versus Jason battle. But everything else about this movie kind of sucks. But I mean, there are some kills and some of the fight scenes, even though they're badass, some of it can look a little cartoony at times. But so for a fan, it's disappointing, but for a general audience, it's a kick-ass movie and it's entertaining. So I don't really hate this movie, but then again, I do enjoy this movie, but there's a lot of things that I just don't like. I nitpick. So I would rate this film like a 6.5 out of 10. It's not bad, but it's not good. It's not like it should have been. This movie shouldn't have been made by a fan. It would have, like, instead of using new characters, they would have used other characters from both franchises. And I heard this movie was actually it was an idea that it was going to be released in the 80s, or this was originally going to be a Friday the 13th Part 8 film instead of Jason Takes Manhattan. I would have loved to see an 80s version of Freddy vs. Jason. That would be awesome. So that was my quick review of Freddy vs. Jason 2003. It's alright, but for a fan, it's a little disappointing. So yeah. So please leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment. I'll see you guys in the last Friday the 13th film.
Why won't you die? Freddy versus Jason.
Place your bets.